Hello and welcome to Paper Plays Julie K.
Thanks so much for stopping by, and today I have another thrift store haul to share with you guys. It's all kind of craft related items. And the first thing I have to show you guys I am super excited about. I couldn't believe it when I found it. And it was this pack of lace. I'm not even quite sure how many yards are on it. I haven't taken it apart. And when I was at the thrift store, again, our one main thrift store where I live, they mark a lot of their stuff 50% off, and it kind of rotates. And you never know when you walk in which room in the thrift store is going to be 50% off, or which items. Sometimes it's just any miscellaneous items are 50% off. Sometimes it's clothes. Sometimes it's stuff in the craft room. Sometimes it's linens. And the day that I went in, I lucked out and they had stuff in the craft room. Everything was 50% off, and so I hauled quite a few things, but this was the most exciting thing for me. They originally had this marked at $4, but when I got home and I looked at it, I did pick it up for $2, and I was excited because it looked like vintage lace. But then when I started looking at it, it actually has it is vintage, but they also have some markings that it's some lace that came from Paris. So it's Paris lace, and all the language and stuff on the inside is all written in French. So this came from France at some point. Whether it was sold in the US, I'm not sure, or if someone brought it back from somewhere in France. I'm not sure, but again, I was really excited about it, and I got quite a bit of it, so I thought it was really pretty lace. And again, it's vintage, so for $2, I thought that was a steal. I couldn't believe that, because sometimes our thrift store, they either have great deals on their laces and trims, or it's really bad deals. And oftentimes when they have bigger bolts like this, they'll sell it to you for like $1 a yard. But they had this whole thing for $4, and then I got it for $2. I couldn't believe it. And then a couple other things then from that same time period when I went in for half off. I got this lace for $1. And then this one was marked 50 cents, and I got that one for $0.25. I got all that lace for $0.25. And it's a little bit older lace. This one seems like it might be kind of vintage also, and same with this one. But I don't think it's as old as that French lace that I showed you guys. But I was excited about that. And let's see, some other laces that I picked up. This one, they usually measure out when they get stuff in. And so this one was 2 yards and 6 inches. They had it marked for 50 cents. I picked that one up for $0.25. This one was 3 yards, 60 cents. And I got that one for 30 cents. Kind of a nice vintage color. Some of this older yellow lace, they had 20 cents on that one, and I got that one for 10 cents. They had this little bit right here, and they had 10 cents on that, so I got it for 5 cents. And I liked it just because it had some of the like cotton crochet thread on it, or trim, and I go through that kind of trim pretty fast for whatever reason. So even just that little bit was nice, but I got all of that for 5 cents. And this little bit of trim right here, my mom picked up, and she paid $1 for it at one of the thrift stores where she lives. So that one was $1. And then also at my thrift store, I got this for 5 cents, and it says it was 2 yards. It's some Rick Racket silver, thinking ahead to Christmas. That, you know, that little bit. I don't have any Rick Rack that color in my stash. And whenever I can pick up the little vintage seam binding, I do. This one's black, and this one I got for 5 cents. But again, that'll be nice for a Halloween book journal. This one was a forest color, and that one I paid $0.25 for. Here was just some kind of lace. They call it lace flex seam binding. And I can't remember if they charged me 12 or 13 cents for that one when it's half off. But again, I just like to pick up the vintage stuff when I can find it. That one was, I paid 10 cents for. This one's kind of an apple green. It's kind of a nice fall color green on that one. Another black rayon seam binding. I paid $0.25 again for that one. And some more of that lace, but this one was red. And again, I was thinking ahead to Christmas on that one. And then they also had this one for $0.25. and it had kind of this little flower pattern on it. And so I picked that up. Again, I was thinking maybe this one would work for kind of the boho fabric book that I want to work in, and I've just been collecting different materials and laces and stuff for that one, and so I thought that one would be nice. I'll probably have lots left over of that one, but for the price I couldn't go wrong on that one. And then they also had these little ribbon roses, and for 10 cents that was worth it to me for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little flowers to use. So I picked that one up. And then at our thrift store, in one of the times I went, when they had the doilies, and they keep their doilies in the linen room where they have their pillowcases and stuff, and so they had it marked at $4, and that day again I got it half off, so for $2. And then there was someone, looked like they had tried to maybe sell it at a rummage sale, 14 for $5, so I'm sure that's why the thrift store marked it down to 4. But there, I did count, and there was 14 in there, but it was a nice size doily, and I think this is the perfect size, like if you want to make a doily book or an ornament or a wall hanging, a small wall hanging, this would be a perfect size to start with. But I'm actually thinking, I've really been wanting to make a doily book, and so these are a little bit thicker, so that actually might be nice. I had some other ones set aside for a doily book, but I might change my mind and use these since there's a whole package of them. I just have to run these through the wash. Looks like there's a little bit of discoloration just to see if that comes out or not. They smell okay, but just some discoloration because they've probably been stored for a while on those ones. And another item that I picked up in the thrift store was these ornaments, and I did pay the full price, $1, in their Christmas room. That one wasn't on sale, and I just thought these were really pretty. I have absolutely no clue what I'm going to do with them. Maybe I'll hang them on my Christmas tree, I'm not sure, but they might make some nice embellishments too. But they're little hearts with pearls all over them, and then they have a pearl dangle at the bottom, so you could easily also just take off the dangles and use them. And they have a couple different dangles on them. Here was the other one that was hanging off of it, and that one was a little bit bigger of a heart on that one, but I got the whole bag for $1, so I picked those ones up. Still not quite sure what I'm going to do with those, but I thought they were cute, so I'll think on those ones for a while. If you guys have any good ideas for them, let me know. Okay, then the next pile of things that I picked up again, the material came from a couple different stores. My store, these two came from the store that I regularly shop at, and they were again on that day that the craft room was 50% off. So this one I got for 50 cents, and it's 42 by 30. And this one was some eyelet material with the little eyelet flowers on it. I don't know if that's going to show up on the camera, but I picked that one up for the price. And then this was just a little snippet, and this one again I got for either it was 12 or 13 cents, but it had the little pretty pink roses on it. And again, I just was thinking ahead to small little projects where you just need a little piece of material. And let's see, my mom picked this up for me. It was a scarf, and I think she said she paid $2 for it, but she thought it was a good deal, and she picked it up because she knew I would like the lace on it, and it was on both sides, and it's that pretty kind of burgundy color, a wine color. Again, thinking maybe ahead to my boho book, I think I could take this off and use it on that. It's really pretty color. And at another thrift store, and I paid the full $1 for this one. It was another scarf, but I liked the material again, just thinking ahead to a boho book, somehow maybe incorporating that in. So I picked that one up. And this one was regular price also, 50 cents, and it's quite a large piece of like purple burlap. I just never seen the burlap in purple before, and I just thought either it's for some Halloween projects possibly, or just using bits and pieces of snippet things if I'm doing a book that has purple in it. For that price, 50 cents, and like I said, I got a pretty big piece, which tough to show you guys on camera. And another thrift store, I just picked up this material. And I don't know if I paid regular price or if these were half off. I can't remember because I picked these ones up a while ago. But this one was $2.99, and it's just some satin. And also, this is kind of more upholstery material, and that one was $1.99. And this one, again, I thought was thinking ahead to the boho or gypsy type journal on this one. And it's kind of purple and red color. And then this one also, for that same journal, I could make flowers out of this piece of material. I've just been looking for some different colors that I don't have in my stash, is what I've been kind of looking for when I go to the thrift store. So I picked up both of those. And then again, at our store, when they had that room, the craft room 50% off, they did have just some basic spools of ribbon. And so I got, they normally have 50 cents on these, and I got them for $1. So I picked those up. I thought that was a pretty good deal. I was getting low on my pinks and whites and off-whites, so that was mainly what I picked up. And then these two were kind of more of a vintage green and blue color, so I picked those ones up also. And this one right here, I was thinking for Christmas would be a good color to have. It's white and gold, so I picked that one up. So then the last items that I picked up again from my local thrift store, they had all of their yarn really cheap, and a lot of times their yarn is kind of spendy, but I guess they must have really wanted to get rid of it. And again, it was 50% off. So this one was 50 cents, and I got it for $1, and it's just this fun little ribbon right here that I've used stuff like this before in some of my junk journals. And so I thought that one was a pretty color, so I picked that one up for the price. And the rest is all eyelash type trim, and there was just too good of a deal to pass up. I used the like off-whites, whites, and pinks quite a bit, but I tried to pick up, if I didn't think I had a certain color, I tried to pick up more of that color, because if I got some of these for $1 a skein, that's a pretty good deal. And it's also called Fun Fur for people, if you're, and you could pick this up at Hobby Lobby. And I know it's like $5, I think, $5 or $6 a skein, but 50 cents. And that one was kind of a magenta pink. And this one was a nice purple color. Here was an off-white one, which this one I will definitely use, because I use this color quite a bit. And a pretty blue one. Then here was kind of a green color, and I knew I didn't have any of this one, and there's 2 skeins in that one. And it's kind of a nice fall green color, or you could use this one in a Halloween journal also. And then this one, I think there's 3 skeins in this one, or 2.5, but it's a brown color in that one. And then this one I was excited about. This one they had it for $1.80, so I don't know why they put that one if it's a little bit different than the other ones. But again, I got it half off. But this one was the gold. And I had a little bit of this before that I used in some like Christmas projects, and I didn't have any more left. And so I was happy to find a set of these at the thrift store. And then I also picked up a couple different colors of blue. Again, this one was originally $1, and I got it for 50 cents. And this one was $2.50, and there's 4 skeins, and I got that one half off. And great deal. And the one thing I wanted to tell you guys, if you guys are just new to thrift store buying or shopping, when you buy laces and trims and things like this, my only hint to you guys is to make sure that, like on this one, when I was in the thrift store before I bought it, I did kind of do a little bit of a smell test on it just to make sure that it didn't smell, because you don't want to pick up items that are smoky unless, of course, you smoke. But I don't smoke and I'm allergic to it, so I usually take a smell at everything that I pick up just to make sure that I don't smell smoke. And then I also kind of check too, because I'm also allergic to cats, so sometimes I can smell if my allergies get really bad right away after I take a sniff of something. Usually then I know that it might have been around a cat or something. So But I did get some good deals on those. And I am going to see if my mom maybe wants this one, because there was 4 skeins. So she might be able to do something with that one. So I might see if she wants that one to make something out of it, because she's always giving me her leftover bits. So I'm going to see if she can use that one before I add it to my stash. And then I also got a bag of white. It looks like there was 1 skein in there, or maybe 1.5. And that one again for $1. Since I go through a lot of white, that I felt was a good deal. And then I had 2 more. This one was a pink one. And it says there were 6 skeins in there. And again, I'm going to see if my mom wants that one for a project first before I start taking that one apart and adding it to my stash, just because she might be able to make a baby sweater or something out of that one. And then here was the last one, and there was 4 skeins in this one, and it was kind of a vintage color brown with just a little bit of red flecks in it. So I thought that one was really pretty also. So that's everything that I found at the thrift store lately. And I can't wait to use some of the items in my projects. And again, I hope you guys all have a wonderful day and happy crafting.